We're going to keep an eye on others. We already know these four guys are out, including Gardner Minshew's teammate for the moment, still Jalen Ramsey. As for Ramsey, he's not the only guy in the league who seems to be having an issue with his team. Let's roll tape on the Vikings mutiny this week.
Diggs and Thielen, a great duo, but they've been underused this year.
Cousins gets flustered. Now he throws it away. Cousins, deep shot. Thielen, and incomplete. And the quarterback couldn't close on it.
At some point, you're not going to be able to run the ball for 180 yards. You have to be able to throw the ball.
I really apologize. There's too many opportunities where we could have hit him.
It is very clear that Stephon Diggs wishes he were somewhere else.
I feel like there's truth to all rumors. I can't sit up here and act like everything is okay. It's obviously not at this point. Just trying to work through it.
All right, Ian Rappaport, a lot of folks are wondering what was Diggs' comment about. Who was he taking a digs at, if you will? The quarterback, and Thielen might be talking about the coach. What do you think here?
Well, first of all, Rich, the most important thing for today is that Stephon Diggs did make the trip yesterday with his teammates, is in fact expected to be active and play for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, they did punish him, I'm told, for some of these comments, and of course for missing practice on Wednesday, missing a couple meetings. That was the entirety of his discipline, so it's not going to be taken out on the field today. As far as his frustration, it is essentially everywhere. It is the offense. It is his role in the offense. It is the sort of favored son status of Adam Thielen. There's a lot going on here with Stephon Diggs, who has known that he's been frustrated for some time, and so have the team, which, by the way, now that everyone knows, Rich, the teams have been calling the Vikings like crazy. They have been asking about Diggs. They wanting to trade for him. What I understand, he is not getting traded. The Vikings, as they told me, he is ours. Diggs not going anywhere. And so now, for more on this situation, send it on location to Kay Adams outside MetLife.
Thank you so much. We are here in East Rutherford. Michael Robinson, Sean O'Hara, and myself. And yes, Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen, both disgruntled, both 1,000-yard receivers last year. One of the best tandems in the NFL. And Stephon Diggs pulling in half the targets, half the production. And this offense is averaging 169 passing yards a game. I ask you, Sean, did the Vikings make a mistake in giving him that $84 million contract?
Guaranteed, too.
Ooh, yeah, those are some pedestrian numbers, and I'm not talking about his salary. But I'm going to say no, they didn't make the mistake, because you pay a quarterback to help you win football games. And it doesnn't matter if you want to trim a couple $1 million here and there on the salary, but you're signing a guy like Kirk Cousins for consistency. And that's the one thing that I think that Kirk needs to do a better job of. Yes, interceptions are going to happen when you're throwing the ball 40 times a game, but it's the bad fumbles that he can't continue to do. 46 fumbles in the last 5 seasons, right? That's more than any other player in the league. So he can't continue to put the ball on the turf like that if you want to win football games. Mike, you know about it. Quarterbacks, you've got to be consistent. You've got to hit the open guy. That's why Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen are frustrated, because they're open. They got their hand up, but Kirk's not getting them the football.
No, I don't think the Minnesota Vikings made a mistake in signing him. That was the going rate. He was the top.
It's the market.
It was the market at the time. The Washington Redskins kind of made that number go up, and that's why they had to pay it. But, when you look at Stephon Diggs, his frustration, I mean, he got his money. Both receivers, him and Adam Thielen, they got their money. What do you expect? Mike Zimmer's a defensive-minded coach. Defensive-minded coaches are tied to run game.
Yeah.
You don't see many passing attacks have a top 5 defense, right? So what did you expect? And Kirk Cousins, there was a stat up there. He's 10-9-1 since 2018. That's always been Kirk Cousins. He's always been kind of average when you're talking about winning football games. He's always put up the passing numbers, but fine, bro. What did you expect? Get paid and go block those safeties, bro, and make sure that Dalvin Cook has the least resistance to the goal line, because he's probably your most explosive player offensively
this
right
offense
now.
Runs through him, of course.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is the 31st ranked pass offense, but that's not going to get them into the playoffs or win it for them. They're sitting at the bottom of the NFC North. But I mean, Sean, they sent us every flag. Goodbye, DiFilippo. Hello, Stefanski. Zimmer saying, I want to run the ball. They drafted soft offensive lineman. And with the way he looks, it seems to be the way it's going. I wonder if they do open it up a little bit today here at MetLife against the Giants defense that until last week really hasn't shown us much.
Well, no doubt. When your wide receivers are chirping, you're going to want to get them involved early and often some quick throws. But Adam Thielen loves the double move, something that the Giants corners have struggled with this season. The win could be a factor in them maybe not going down the field.
Run the ball,
much.
man.
A couple disgruntled receivers on the Vikings side. On the Giants side of things, one of the wide receivers, your former teammate, happy to be back after a suspension. Golden Tate, a new toy out there for Daniel Jones to play with, and Kim Jones is in the locker room with more on the G-Men.
Thank you, Kay. The New York Giants offensive line is not only improved this season, but all 5 starters have played every snap of the first 4 games. The youngest of those starters is second-year guard Will Hernandez. And according to his position coach, Hal Hunter, Hernandez hasn't made a mental error all season. That's progress. I talked to Hernandez about that. He told me that when your mind is free, you can play bigger, faster, and stronger than you really are. That, of course, helps this guy, rookie quarterback Daniel Jones, be the aggressive quarterback the Giants want him to be. Now let's go to Mike Garafolo in Philly.
Thanks, Kim. After Sam Darnold was ruled out on Friday, Jets head coach Adam Gase said they prepared for both him and Luke Falk to start today against the Eagles. But I'm told that Darnold got all of the reps with the starters on Wednesday and Thursday. Standard procedure in the NFL when you're preparing a quarterback to start. So 1 day of practice for Falk. Now, they believe that he's smart enough and committed enough to playing quarterback that if anybody can do it on 1 day of prep, he can. But the fact of the matter is his last 2 starts are going to be against the Super Bowl champions the last 2 years, one on a short week, the other with only 1 day of practice. Falk has told those close to him, quote, "This would break some men, but not me." Now to Mike Giardi in the Redskins locker room.
Thank you, Mike. Earlier this week, Redskins coach Jay Gruden talked about needing consistency from the quarterback position, and that's a luxury the Redskins haven't been afforded since Alex Smith's injury. Now, they spent resources on the position in the offseason, trading for Case Keenum and drafting Dwayne Haskins in the first round. But the man who will start against the 4-0 Patriots, a team that's allowed just 1 touchdown all year, is Colt McCoy. And Jay Gruden is happy about that. He said no one knows the offense better. Patriot players with a nod to McCoy as well. Stephon Gilmore saying he's seen everything, will have to be ready. Now let's send it over to Kurt and Michael.
Hey, thanks. Kurt, you won MVP, right?